Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, I'm Kim. This is Core Union. I wanted to tell another very quick story just to show how perfect manifestation actually is. It's very important to understand that you want to become very conscious and aware of how this actually works. And it is actually simpler than sometimes we allow ourselves to believe, because our egos always need to come in and try to be logical and analytical. And we oftentimes resist what could be very, very simple and easy to just kind of work our way through in the 3D reality. But because we have such a big story around something, or we have so much importance on something because we've assigned meaning on something that to make something harder than what it actually is, then we get caught up in all of our limiting beliefs. And then we just continue to stay on a hamster wheel, and we get into this loop of this constant needing to be validated, needing to see proof in our 3D reality. And so we are quite literally manifesting needing proof, needing to see this. And you are just kind of, it's like you're chasing your own tail. And people can do this for a very long time. So before I get into this, again, it's a very short story, but I think it will kind of just, again, be another example of how quick and easy manifestation actually is when you don't have resistance or a big story. So before I do get into this, though, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel if you love my content. It does help my channel grow. I really, really do appreciate it very much. Also, if you need coaching, just email me a very short story to kim@coreunion.com. I go through so many emails throughout the day, so if it's not short, I won't be able to get to it. And unfortunately, I won't be able to help you. After you send me that, then I've made it really easy to set up coaching through my website. You can just click on whatever session you want, book it, and then I'll reply back with first available, and we can get to work right away. If it is SP related, by the way, which I love, that is my favorite thing to work with you guys, please include their first name. So many of you guys have been with me for a long time. In case you have never seen any of my videos, I've manifested buying and selling homes. I manifested a successful retail business that brought in millions of dollars with zero education, 0 degrees, 0 experience. I manifested the money that I wanted, cars, and just all sorts of things. And I don't say these things to brag. I just say these things because I'm super focused and disciplined, and I'm always in trust. So anyone and everyone can manifest everything that they want as well, if they would actually believe and trust in the process and get their self-concept in line and in order. A lot of times our self-concept issues are all around being worthy and good enough, being deserving, knowing that you are capable of having whatever, trusting the process. And there are a few other things, but those are some of the really important keys that I work with my clients on. So the story is just like kind of cute. Me and Hannah were talking. At this point, it was probably a couple of weeks ago. And I always use my Apple AirPods because I do actually love them. They're really convenient. And Hannah tends to be super protective, which I very much appreciate and I love about him. But he was saying he didn't want me to use the AirPods anymore because it's so close to my eardrum. So at first he was suggesting I get over the head wireless headphones. So the ones that kind of go over your whole head. And my initial reaction was kind of visceral. I felt and I saw myself wearing them in the gym, wearing them out at the park where I love to walk around and in the woods and by the pond. And for me, that's just not a good look. That's not what I want for me. There's nothing wrong with it at all, but I had a feeling towards it. So I immediately said, no, I don't think that's going to work. And so he said, okay, let's keep looking. So then he found this other pair and I ended up ordering them and they were awesome. Now, because I didn't have any resistance around that, but it is something that I saw visually in my head and I had a feeling towards it. The next day I was at the park with my mom, and when we left, a woman stepped right off of the sidewalk, looked straight at me, pulled out a pair of practically the exact same wireless over the head headphones, put it over her head, and just looked at me and smiled. And I was like, Of course. And then the next day, again, same thing. Now, I had never seen this again in my entire life, and I'm 52 years old, and I never saw people wearing over the head wireless headphones. Maybe where you live, maybe it's a common thing, but for me, I've never seen it, and I would remember that. Again, a couple days later at the supermarket, again, there's somebody wearing over the head wireless headphones. And then 2 days ago, so 4 times in a matter of like a week and a half now, I keep seeing people out in public wearing over the head headphones. This video is not about over the head headphones. What this video is about is showing how easy manifestation actually is, that it is actually very simple when we have no resistance, when we don't have a big story. And I do believe that the feeling is part of the key with this. And when you are kind of visualizing. Now, visualizing can be super simple. A lot of people complicate everything with this. And I'm just here to tell you, you don't have to have complicated visualizations. When me and Hannah were in separation, I would have these 1 to 2 second visions of us together, holding each other, loving each other, kissing each other. At the supermarket, I would quickly visualize his car in the parking lot outside of my building. I would quickly see us walking around in the park. I would see us in the kitchen, always in first person, very easy and quick. And also seeing us in the future, seeing us enjoying holidays together, stuff like that. So it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be well thought out. It literally can almost be like you're having memories, and you want your visions to almost be like as if you're thinking back to the memory. So you want to always try to, as much as you can, be thinking and living from and feeling from the end of whatever it is that you want to manifest. And in most cases, most people do want to manifest a relationship with the person that they really love. So if during this middle phase, things are coming up that appear to be going against you, try your best to take it very easy and step back. And one thing that's important, I'm going to do a separate video on this probably later on today or maybe tomorrow. It is very important for you to realize that before manifesting, all of your stuff is going to come up. And sometimes right before the full manifestation, that like it's completely like truly you're living in the doneness of it. The when we say it's already done, it's existing, when you're actually living in it. Sometimes right before that's about to happen, and people see it as a test all the time, and people are always asking me, am I being tested? No, you're not being tested, but it might be that final push that you just need to get through. And the best way to get through that or anything that comes up in the opposition is when you just observe it, accept it, don't resist it, just accept it. Don't assign the meaning that anything is wrong at all with whatever it is that you're manifesting. See it, accept it, step back, love yourself through it. If you need to do some mirroring, in other words, you might need to see, okay, when in my life was I made to feel this way? What experience in my life was similar to this? So then go in and give that little part of yourself the love that it truly needs right now. Do a lot of nurturing. Most important thing is to really be very clear that you're more than worthy, that you're more than good enough, that you are deserving, and that you're capable of having everything, and that you understand the process, and that you go into a deep trust. And obviously you're trusting yourself, you're trusting the process, you're trusting your person, you're trusting God. Okay. Trust is so important on this journey. And if you can do that, the quicker you can do that, and the quicker that you can get really super stable within yourself and grounded in love and peace and all of that stuff, and in harmony, and go back into your end after you've done the nurturing. You might not be able to even affirm while you're triggered, but see the triggers as the blessings. See the triggers as, okay, I need to see this. Okay, I need to see this, and I need to face it, observe it, handle it, love myself through it, trust in my end, and then get back in your end. And if you can do that, that final push can actually manifest very, very quickly. Okay. So you can actually get to a point where you're in such high, happy expectation. In other words, like, okay, I know what this is. I know what's happening. Now I can actually, once I get through the emotions of it, I don't want to stuff it down or ignore it. Once I get through the emotions of it, this all can process like in a day. Okay. This doesn't have to take a long time. You can actually get super, super, super excited and expect to have all of it. It's up to us to become stable. It's up to us to love ourselves. It's up to us to be super strict and disciplined and focused. Okay, so please do step into your power, trust the process, and allow God to handle all the details. And trust me, it will manifest much quicker than you even think. Okay, but you have to trust it. I love you so much. Have an amazing day. Bye.
Nothing can come, nothing can come, nothing can come between us.